Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Wild Ones podcast. How's everybody doing?
Doing
Good.
good.
Good,
Hi.
good. We have a special guest today, which I am completely excited about. We have Martina on today,
Hi.
and how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're so excited to have you on and talk
Yes.
about all things, what you're doing, and maybe a little bit about Evan. And we're so excited.
All right.
Um, so first I want to know, like, you came, so we kind of talked briefly, and you have come over from Italy, correct?
Yeah. I moved to the
Yeah.
US 2019. Yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Was that like a huge change?
Yeah, I would say, yeah, it's a big change because also like very different, life that I have now compared to back in
Yeah,
Italy. So yeah,
yeah,
for sure, like a lot of things have changed
yeah. The
from back
culture
then.
shock.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Was it a culture, like the cultures are completely different, right?
Yeah, like I would say, like especially the cultural shock. I feel you feel it not just like in the very beginning. You feel it more the more you spend time in the US because there are things that you
Mhm.
notice that are more subtle. Like in the beginning, yeah, of course, there is just like okay, different buildings, different food, yeah, but it's not that like it looks more different the more you actually stay here and you notice little things that are different, because
Yeah,
of course it is different in Europe and the US, but overall, it's not like a huge, it's still like the Western culture is very, you know what I mean? So it's like, okay, same movies, same music, say it's not the same of probably going living like in a place that is like very, very different,
yeah,
which I've never done. I lived in Italy, I lived in Amsterdam, and then I lived in the US. So of course, yes, the culture is different, but it's not like shocking in the beginning. It's more like the more you spend time and you notice, oh, okay, this thing about the mentality or the way some social things are like approached. So I think it's like you observe it. It's not just oh the first day you go in a new place and everything is so crazy different. Like
yeah,
in my case, it was like yeah, like getting to know people, talking to people, understanding more of the dynamics and the society in the US. I really saw like okay, this is not the same. There are
yeah,
differences.
yeah. No kidding. Were you acting in Italy too, and then you came over here and kind of continued that dream?
No, like I came here for acting because that's why I moved. I decided to move because I wanted to like live in a place with opportunities. So as most people in the world, they're not born in America have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah, I decided to move to the US because yeah, of course there is a little bit of film in my country, but it's a very small industry, of
yeah,
course, compared to Hollywood. So it's not easy to get into the industry, but also to be working, especially consistently, is pretty rare because, of course, there are movies produced once in a while, but like it's no comparison with the type of industry that we have in the US. So that's why
mm,
I moved to the US. As many other people I know that they come from or Europe or any other country in the world.
yeah,
So I was like, I wanted to try to do some acting there, but I saw that it was kind of like, yeah, no opportunity, something.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, that's cool. When did you know you wanted to go into acting? Was it like a lifelong dream or was it something later you decided you want to try?
I think yeah, like I think from like I don't remember when, yeah, probably like a lifelong dream for me because I don't remember when I thought I wanted to do acting. I think I always wanted to do acting. So I would say when I was also a kid, I was thinking, oh yeah, I would like, but I didn't know what acting was exactly as a job. So then growing up, I started thinking, okay, I want to do that. Like I want to work as an actress, starting understanding how it works and everything. So yeah, I feel like it's always been like that. Just like when I gonna
Yeah,
grow up, I started understanding a little bit more and try to okay, this is what I want to do in my life, like as an actual like profession and everything.
Yeah,
yeah.
awesome.
Do you have like theater in your high schools over there? Were you a part of that?
So we had a little like I did a theater class. There is like a theater in my city that does like classes. So you do like once a week class. So I've done that. And in my school, they also had it actually, like a little kind of like in the afternoon, like a little extra activity. But like I've done it, but I was doing not the I was doing like, I would say, kind of like set design. So I was like, I joined the class, but it was not the acting one because I was doing the acting outside. So I was doing in the school is like, because it's theater, so building all the design, kind of set design. I don't know if it's called like that for theater, but yeah, like building all the environment. Let's say that there was like that class. So I joined that class because also my friend was in that class. And so we joined together. So not that I
That's fun.
want to do set design, but we want to just do a class together, you know. So
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Here
yeah.
they have it's play production because I did the same thing in high
Yes, okay,
school.
play product. Yeah, I was like, I don't think it's
Yeah.
set design. I was like, something like that though. Yeah.
Yeah, because we did the set, we built the sets, we designed them, we did the costumes. I did lighting. My friend did sound. I had another friend who would do the spotlight, and in between, I would go upstairs of the theater, set all the lighting, and then once it was intermission, race downstairs, go to the back of the stage, change all the sets, make sure everything's ready, run back upstairs to get ready for the next set, and then but it's a lot of
So
fun.
yeah, no, it was like,
I had a lot of fun.
yeah, no, it was fun, and it was like, okay, I think I can say, hopefully that person is not gonna watch this interview, but because me and my friend, we both like the same guy that was in that class, so that's also why we got in there. So we're okay, no, it's like a little,
The truth comes out.
yeah, it's like both of us were like, whoa, yeah, we like this guy, and he was doing that class. So I think like,
Yeah.
if we have to be
Yeah.
honest, that was like 80% of the reasons why we wanted to join, but like, okay, if he's gonna watch this, it's okay. It's been over 10 years.
Yeah.
It's fine.
The things we do.
Yes.
So what did it take for you to kind of get into this industry over here when you finally moved over here? Like, how did you have to go about that?
Yeah, so of course, like immigration is so complicated. It's like, even
Yeah.
if people didn't have to go through that, I feel like, you know, people are aware that in the US, immigrating is extremely hard. So it
Mhm.
takes time. So the
Yeah.
main, like I studied at UCLA. So the road that I took, that is like kind of like 95% of people take studying in an American college, university, and then on a student visa. So you can stay in the US. And then
Right.
after each student visa, like if when you study in a university or college and you graduate, you get the OPT, that is a 12-month period in the United States in which you can work in the field that you studied in. So any, except for like STEM subjects, that you can get 2 years. Everybody else is gonna get 12 months. So that's kind of like the opportunity that foreign people get in the United States. So after you finish a degree, you have that time to kind of like, or be able to stay or go home. So it's
Yeah.
very stressful because it's kind of like, okay, you have one chance, you know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for actors, like for many people that do other jobs, you can work in a company and then that company can sponsor you for a visa to work in that company. For actors and creative, there is the O1 that is also for like, not only creatives, it's also for like scientists. Right? So there is the O1 visa, that is the visa for extraordinary ability. That is the one that when you are not working for a company, you know, because as an actor, of course, you're not. So you have to qualify for this visa. And that's the visa that most foreign people have when they come working in the United States as actors. And so that was like the biggest challenge probably that I had, because it takes like, I sent like 4,000 pages to the government. So it's like, it's very, you know, it's not easy. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy that I was able to get this visa and I got it approved a year ago. So I took, like, it takes time, but UCLA and then the OPT and then waiting for this visa that I have to wait over a year in the US, which is not the best because you can't work. LA is expensive, you know. So
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
and then I got it. So technically, I would say my career, it's been 2 years. One, the OPT, there was the 12 months that I had in 2023. And now I got my visa end of April 2025. So it's been like 2 years that I was able to work. And then the rest of the time I was studying or waiting for a visa. So unfortunately, it's not like, I wish I started sooner, but I could
Yeah.
not. So it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Mm.
So you came over in 2019, and it took from 2019 to 2023 for you to be able to, or yeah, 2024, 2025 to be able to work in it.
So when I started, like in 2019, I did a program in the US first, working in a host family. It's called like au pair. So you can kind of like stay in a host
Oh,
family and like, so I did
Oh,
that
yeah.
first. So I started UCLA in 2021 because COVID happened. So my goal was doing
right.
that
Yeah.
program for a little bit so I could learn my English and everything because my English was not the best. So I had
Yeah.
to, be fluent, and I was just, you know what I mean,
Yep.
learning. So
Yeah.
I did that, and then COVID hit. So by the time I could actually start studying, it was 2021. So
Hmm.
yeah, then to get my O1, yeah, in 2025. So I would
Mm.
say that's
Yeah.
why that like that time in the beginning that I was working as an au pair. So it was something
Yeah.
like a little separate from my acting career. But
Yeah.
I decided to do that experience so I could, as I say, improve my English and also visit in person maybe some schools that I want to see, or like of course I could have gone on a trip and visit schools, but if I was living in the US I could, explore a little bit, see the options, improve my English and save some
Mhm.
money and all of that.
Yeah. Right. Wow.
Mm.
What a
Yeah.
process. My gosh.
I know that's a
Good for
lot.
her.
So good job. That's like a huge,
Thanks.
long process. And then finally
Yeah.
at the end, you get,
Yeah.
so yeah, good
Yeah,
job.
yeah, yeah.
So how did you get into the vertical space then? Like, where did that come? How did that come about?
So the thing is, like, since I was waiting for my visa, I already saw that some of my friends were working at the vertical, like in verticals. So I was kind of
Mm.
like, I knew what that was
Yeah.
because I actually, during that period of my OPT, is when the verticals were starting, but by the end of my OPT. So I remember I've done just one little part and I didn't know what that was. Like, I just showed up and that's it. So that kind of like, I got counted as like an extra because extra part, not like extra meaning background, extra meaning like separate from my verticals now because it was one exception. Like I did one and then my work permit ended, so I could not continue. So it was like, okay, it was the very beginning. Nobody would like knew what that was. I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Like, so what?
Yeah.
That's it. So I would say then the actual star happened in 2025.
Mm.
So I knew what that was because I was seeing my friends and people I knew that were posting about it, that they were acting in it, that like, so it was
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, as soon as I got my visa, I started applying for auditions again. So it just happened like that because when you apply for acting jobs, like let's say on Actors Access, that is the main website for theatrical jobs,
Right.
those
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
popping up. So it's not that I have to look for them in a separate way or someone had to tell me. Like as much as you
Mhm.
apply, like same way you apply for a film, short film, I don't know, commercial, and then you apply for a vertical. So they're all in the listing. So that's why it was just, of course I applied to those and I started doing them as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Do you enjoy doing them? Is that kind of where you want to stay, or do you want to get more into like feature films, or?
So I like them and I hope that things are gonna continue evolving because I know that lately it's been like a little scary with all this AI.
Yeah.
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 People are like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna just like replace everybody, and so it's
Um,
like
yeah.
it's been like the past few weeks actually that people
Yeah,
are
it
talking
has.
about
Yeah.
that, and we're really hoping that this is not going to happen
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
the industry is actually going very well and like increasing the number of verticals that they shoot and everything, so it was going very well, so I'm like, oh my god. But
Yeah.
yeah, except for that, it's hope that everything's gonna be fine. So yeah, I do like when I act in my acting jobs, I do a little bit of everything. So I do verticals, then I do commercials, feature films, I don't know, short films. I do some modeling too. So I try to keep variety in
Yeah.
my acting. So I always say at least like once a month, like I do some verticals, but I try to do something outside the verticals, like a feature
Yeah.
film or like my own project, that I sometimes I write my own projects and I shoot them. So something that I do myself or like,
Yeah.
modeling job. So I always try to keep my career, kind of divert, like having a variety of projects, not to
Diverse.
put
Yeah.
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
my eggs in one basket, so I would love to
Yeah.
continue doing verticals. And I started with smaller parts and now I'm getting some parts that are like bigger and more like interesting, let's say. So I
Yeah.
hope that this is going to continue.
Yeah.
And but at the same time, yeah, of course my goal is doing verticals, but also doing any other theatrical
Everything
work,
else.
especially
Yeah.
theatrical. Of course I can do commercials,
Mhm.
but like my main goal is like, yeah, film, like let's say feature films and TV
Yeah.
shows and everything. And yeah, so
Yeah. Do you have a part that you kind of dream of being?
so yeah, everybody always asks me that. I don't know if I have an actual, I would say, I don't have one part that I would love to do. I would love to actually do for verticals, I would like to do a mafia one in which I play some mafia person because I'm Italian. So I feel that
Yeah, that
I
makes
would be a
sense.
good fit. I've done a mafia, like I've done one mafia that I just shot. I cannot talk about it yet because I signed an
Yeah.
NDA, and it's the
Mhm.
second
Yeah.
season of one that already
Oh.
shot. So I don't
Yeah.
think they announced it,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I was not in the first season. They just cast me in the second, and I have like, I speak in Italian a little bit, so I
Yeah.
kind of have, it's a
Oh.
mafia one,
Mhm.
but I would like to do a one in which I'm like a mafia person, not just like in the mafia, but I'm not like that. I am
Yeah.
one of the people
Yeah.
because of my
Yeah.
accent and origin,
Yeah.
And then for outside the verticals, yeah, I don't have an actual dream role. I feel like, of course, I have some roles that I would love to play, but I don't. I would say I don't have a dream role.
Yeah.
But maybe since also, of course, I'm European and everything, I would like to be like in a James Bond movie or something like that. Because I think
Yeah.
it would be cool. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Yeah.
cool.
That would be cool.
That would be
Um,
awesome.
how does it how does filming a vertical compare to like a feature film or like other filming you've done? Are they like super different or are they just similar, just like all squished into like a tighter time frame?
Yeah, I would say it's not that different because at the end of the day, the frame, it's not my
Yeah.
responsibility to take care of. So of course, for a cinematographer or director,
Hmm.
they have to adapt to the format. So
Sure.
for me, I would say the difference is mainly the type of acting. That yes, in verticals there is way less space for breathing, like in a different type of filming, there is more like the dialogue, let's say, and everything. You have time to react to the other person more and maybe have a little bit of silence, or have verticals are more like pump 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 pump, so you kind
Yeah.
of have to go for your line, and the other person says the line, and then you, so it
Yeah.
feels a little more like a machine going. So it's not
Yeah.
completely
Mhm.
different. It's not like a change that you're like, oh wow, I'm not used to the change. It's more the type of acting. I feel the actual acting itself is very similar because at the end of the day, you just do your scene, and then people around you, like the crew, take care of
Mhm.
the okay, this angle, the
Yeah.
close up, the wide. So it's a little faster. So probably there are less um like there are like less shots,
Hmm.
um but like less takes, sorry, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's not like completely different, yeah.
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 Okay.
So you recently did an autograph session at a
Oh
comic.
yeah.
How was that?
No, it was very fun. I got invited because yeah, in the I got interviewed in a podcast with this page that is called Talented Universe, and they organized a vertical section at WonderCon. So it was fun because I was invited. I was a little anxious, not gonna lie. So I
Yeah.
was like, if nobody comes and I'm waiting for autographs, I'm gonna really feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's not gonna be a good feeling because
Yeah.
imagine like you're there and nobody comes to you. So I was
Yeah.
nervous because I've never done it before, and it was
Yeah.
something I was not prepared for. It was just invited like a week before, and I did not understand in the beginning that I had to sign autographs. I thought just I was there to attend the event, and then I went on the website of the WonderCon and I see that my name is listed under the autograph signing, and I was like, oh, okay. So I was texting my friend. I was like, guys, please, like, I need at least one person to come to me because I'm scared. I never done that.
Yeah.
But then I
Oh, me
went,
too.
and yeah, like people came. Like there were not too many people overall, I would say. So it's not like thousands coming, but
Yeah.
also the same for other actors. So it was not like there were not too many, but some people came and asked the autograph. So I was like the first one they asked, I was like, oh my god, okay. Whew, the price I want, I'm okay. And
Yeah.
anxiety dropped. I was like, as
You're
long
like,
as
one
like one
person.
signature, I'm like relieved. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna sign. Thank you so much.
Do you already have an autograph like penned out, or did you just figure it out as you went
I
that
just
day?
signed my name. I don't know. I was like,
Yeah.
You don't have it down to where like, oh, this is my official signature. You're just gonna like figure
Like
it out
how I
as you
sign my
go.
checks, just like
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it was like that.
Yeah.
That's
And so
awesome.
it was a good experience. Also, the event itself is fun. So you know, I could just like I was just walking around and buying some stuff. It's like a very
Yeah.
fun event overall. So I'm happy that I was invited because I also had time then for myself to look around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it. But yeah, and I was very happy. Like in the end, I was like, okay. But like the day going, I was like, I have to sit at that table and sign. Okay.
Were you signing like
Okay.
pictures? Did they give you something to sign for people, or is it people bringing stuff to you to sign?
Yeah, so they were bringing stuff to me, like signing, for example, the program of
Yeah.
the WonderCon or like a little book. But
Yeah.
also, I had some stuff that I was like some little business cards. So some people asked me to sign it. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Awesome. Well, do you have like a cool story of somebody that came up to talk to you?
let me think. Oh yeah, there was like something like there was like a woman. Yeah, they came to me like after like by the end, me and the other actors, and she was very cute because she was like, "Oh my god, I watched all of these," and she also watched Kiss by Claw and Fang. So it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yes," she showed me from the phone, and she was like, "I love," and then she was kind of shy to ask autographs, and then she was like, "Can people sign it?" I was like, "Oh sure." So we all went to like write something to her, and she was like
Yeah.
very excited. She was like, "I love
Mm.
these shows. I watch all of them." So I feel that was
How
nice because she
fun.
was really happy. I feel
Yeah.
so I was like, sure, let me sign it, write like a little, note or something.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that
that's
was,
cool.
Yeah.
How
Were there
fun.
other actors there that you knew that were part of that, or
yeah,
Or
there
you
were a
got to
couple,
know them.
yeah, so there were, I would say we were like probably 6 people,
okay?
and I would say I knew half of them.
Oh,
And yeah, from some I met them on set, or some of them I just met them outside. So it
yeah,
was like one was a friend of a friend that I met like a year before, not on a set. Then another person also I met him on another shoot that was not a vertical. So yeah, like but I knew
yeah.
like half of them at least, and
Yeah.
the other people I just met them there.
Yeah, nice.
How fun.
Mhm.
Have you in all of the verticals and things and acting that you've done, do you have like a favorite character that you've played so far?
Let's see. So I would say for the verticals, probably the one that Kiss by Chloe and Fang has been the most fun because I always wanted to do a high school one, and even if it's a mean girl.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some people were
Yeah.
like, "What do you mean in this? What do you play a mean person?" I was like, "Guys, it's just a role.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like that."
No, I'm not really like that.
Some people
Yeah.
are like, "Why?" I was like, "Guys, I'm not. That's acting."
Yeah.
So that was very fun. Not only the role, but also the whole production because um I really like had fun, and I always wanted to do a high school one.
Yeah.
Like a project in general can be like a movie or like a vertical. So I would say that was fun. I was like, okay, I can still play high school. It's crazy. Like I'm 13 years older than my character.
I know. I find that so
That's
interesting that most
crazy.
of them are that way, right?
I
Like
know, yeah, but
25 to
yeah,
30 doing,
High
15,
school.
16, 17 year
I
olds. Yeah.
know, but you did so
yeah.
well. It was great. I mean,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did great. Nobody would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay, well, thanks. I mean, I know in Hollywood in general, they do it a lot in TV shows too, that they cast people
Yeah.
that are 30
mhm,
and they play teenagers. So I
Yeah.
feel
yeah,
people are kind of used to that also in Hollywood because in a lot of Netflix shows that they talk about young people, the actors are
mhm,
30. So it's
Yeah.
very common.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
people that
yeah,
age play a teenager. So I feel like it's not like that weird or unusual. Like if I was 40, maybe yes, but like
yeah,
I'm 31, it's like
yeah,
in 1 week, I think, or two
Yeah.
yeah.
weeks.
Ooh,
So
Oh,
yeah.
happy early birthday.
yeah. Happy
Ah,
Happy early
thanks.
birthday.
birthday.
What was it like working with Evan?
Yeah, no, it was very nice, like fun, you know. Like he's a very nice person, nice guy, and everything. So I would say, the whole like cast, everybody was fun to work with. So yeah, I would say yeah, it was great experience.
We heard
Yeah.
he's kind of a jokester on set. Is that true?
What?
We heard that he's kind of a jokester on set. Like he
Ah,
likes
okay.
to make everybody laugh. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, let me think. Not there, I don't remember because maybe we're like kind of focused on the scenes.
Sure.
But I don't
Yeah.
remember about an episode. But he's a nice guy. Like they say, it's
Mhm.
nice working with him. Like I don't remember about a joke, but maybe like I'm sure
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It did look like a really fun cast, like, because I've
Yeah.
seen everybody else besides Evan, since he doesn't have social media, you know, like on social media and be able to be themselves. And everybody just kind of looks like they are just like fun. Like it, I would be like, oh, I would want to hang out with all of them. That would be so
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, they all it looks like a very fun like shoot,
Mhm.
like a good time. You'd want
Yeah.
to go back and like every day be like, okay, let's do this. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
Do you have like a fun memory from that shoot of like that really sticks out to you
All right, let me
while
think.
filming?
Fun memory. So, what happened during the shoot? Like, I'm sure there is something, but it's
Put you on
because
the
it was like,
spot.
even if it was very fun for me, like I was dealing with like health problems, so I was gonna surviving because I had headaches the whole time.
Oh no.
So it was kind of like it was fun, but at the same time, like I really realized that I really like acting because it was like even in these conditions, they're not exactly ideal. I'm
Yeah.
still, enjoying this, but I was like, I wish I was feeling good because
Mm,
it would be
yeah.
more enjoyable. So
Yeah.
overall, like the experience was fun. I don't remember like one specific thing. It's more like the overall experience is something I remember as fun. But I remember also that I was kind of a like very like in survival mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
That must make it hard to act, like to be able to go there
yeah,
when you're not
yeah.
feeling good and have to pretend to be somebody else.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true, that's true.
Not like you can call out and be like, I'm not coming today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like, well,
exactly.
you're it. Sorry.
Yeah,
No, exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was the I mean the can you kind of give us like how you go through like a scene? Like what it was like to like film some of those scenes and do you remember that?
Yeah,
Maybe?
yeah, like the process, you mean like the
Yeah.
technical process? So
Yeah.
yeah, I would say that part is very similar to any other shooting. So you shoot in general for each scene different angles, so different like they say like a close up of each person, then like a wide shot. So how it works is that most of the time you start with a wide, so you kind of get the whole scene, and then you
Yeah.
go to like the close up from one side, you know, and then you kind of flip the camera so you get the rest of like one side and then the other side, and then for each person that speaks in general there is a close up on that person. So for example, you shoot the whole thing and then maybe for lines sometimes you just say your line. So that's why it can be, but this happens in film in general, not just in verticals, that sometimes when you act like for example, if you just do a scene with a person and you just run the scene is like just a continuous and you always have a person that you react to that is your scene
Mhm.
partner. But in verticals and in film sometimes you just talk to nothing, like you talk to the air. So there is your scene, and then when you see how it's edited it feels like I'm talking to someone, but in front of me there is only the camera. So that's the
Right.
only thing, it makes it a little bit harder because sometimes you just say one line and then you say another line and and then the other line, but kind of like separate for the close up. And so that it's not like spontaneous that the other person is going to give you a reaction and you can react back. You just have to say the line
Yeah.
and then
Pretend they're there.
Imagine how they're gonna
the other
react.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And also, yeah, in film, sometimes there are people that they say, oh, yeah, in the scene, I am with this actor, but like all of that, I did it just in front of a camera. That's it. And then people see it as like we are kind of really connected, talking to each other, but they are not talking to each other, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's for example, like the scene that's in the hallway where you know, like Evan's or Sebastian's breaking up with Ivy. Like, are you guys like looking at the camera? Is Hannah on the other side, or is that one of those like those things where you guys are just acting?
So in that case, she was actually there. Like as I say, we did like there are like some scenes, like there are some takes in which it's just to her. So we are kind of just giving the lines. So in
Yeah.
general, what happens is that sometimes you have actually the people in front of you, other times you don't. So when you do, you can look at them,
Yeah.
but like instead of like doing a full acting, they generally just give you the lines. So they kind of feed you the lines. So that happens a lot, but also it happens sometimes that people feed you the lines not in frame. Like they're sitting on a chair and they just say the lines so you kind of go with them. So in that scene, I
Yeah.
remember that we were like, yeah, like our part like this way and then her way. So she was there from what I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, like first we were doing one and then the other and then a close up. So yeah.
Yeah. Did you like playing the mean girl?
Yeah, I mean, I do. It's fun, I would say. Yeah, yeah.
I know everybody wants to know like about Evan and kissing Evan. How was that?
Yeah, everybody asked me about this
Everybody.
kiss. Like, yo, it got famous, this kiss, you know? It's a famous kiss in verticals now. So no, yeah, I mean, for me, I think it was a very like it was very natural and like simple, as I say, like it was not something that made me too nervous. And we did like, yeah, we did a few takes, so anyways we had the opportunity to kind of repeat the scene, because with that production sometimes we only had one take for each line that we said. So it was very like in other takes, that's the only one that I said. So it's like, oh my God, I wanted to have more variety, because what if I don't say the line at my best? In general, you can pick the best the best take. So for many other scenes, the take that you saw is the only one that got shot. So that's why I was kind of nervous more in other scenes than that one, because I was like, if I say something and it's not perfect and then they use it, I was like, oh, I hope I trust that, you know, if they just do one take for each thing, it's because they like how I did it. But I was like, oh, I wish I had a second one. So in that one, yeah, no, it was like, it was, as I say, like, not like a hard scene or like that made me feel like too nervous. So it was very like natural, comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it
That's
hard to do
cool.
those kind of scenes with
If
somebody
it's hard,
you don't really know?
like if it's hard, you mean?
Yeah, is it hard to do those kind
Yeah.
of scenes with like somebody you don't really know?
I would say not really. Like for me, not really. Like I feel it's like, because at the end of the day, a kiss is a kiss. Like you just kiss. You know how to kiss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I would say for me it's not hard, but then it depends on the person. You know, like maybe there are people that
sure.
they say for them it's hard. For me, it was pretty easy. I would say
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
it depends. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you read the script, were you surprised that was going to be part of the script?
Actually, it was not in the script, so I didn't know. I
Oh,
found out
really?
that day. I didn't know. In general, they always like, yeah,
Surprise.
but I found out. And the director was like, okay, yeah, there is a kiss. Is it okay for you guys? If we put like, there is a kiss. I was like, yeah, sure. I mean, no
Yeah.
problem. But like, I didn't
Awesome.
know. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
Wow.
sure, like we can kiss. But I was like, okay, I didn't expect there was a kiss. And so everybody else in the cast also didn't know. And so the thing that was funny is that, yeah, for the whole production, I was kind of laughing about my character. Be like, this girl is obsessed with these two guys. Like, she's desperate. Damn, like, as soon as she sees them, I was almost feeling bad for the guy because I was acting so desperate. Even if it's just
Yeah.
acting,
Yeah.
I was almost wanting to apologize, be like, sorry, guys, I have to look at you like that. Like, I'm feeling like my gosh, like calm down, you know. So I was feeling almost like, sorry guys, I'm not like that in real life. Like I'm more chill than that. So then at least when my character got the kiss, it's like at least she got something. Because imagine this girl that she's obsessing with these two guys for the whole thing, and
The
she
whole
doesn't get
thing.
anything out of it. At least she got a
Yeah.
kiss. Like I feel like, you know what I mean. I was like, at least my
Yeah.
character got the kiss. And then all my friends that they didn't know that I had to kiss the character because they were not in the scene were like, wait, you
Yeah.
kissed the guy? And my friend Celine, that she did so many vertical, she was
Yeah.
like, wow, like I did so many and I never kissed anybody, and you just, whereas you say, oh yeah, I just made out, and I was like, okay. And they were like, yeah. So I was like, come on, like my character deserves a little bit, because
Yeah.
like the whole time that she's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I give him a
Yeah.
kiss, and he was like,
She worked really hard for that kiss. So
Right? I
she's like,
know.
yeah, she's like,
That's
Does that
awesome.
happen a
yeah.
lot of where you don't know, like that kissing scene, like you didn't know it was going to happen because it wasn't in the script? Does that happen
um,
quite a bit?
not really. Actually, that was an exception. In general, if there is a kiss, but that time I didn't. I don't know why. Like it was
Mhm.
not, and then I just found out. It's like, okay, yeah, there's a kiss, and I said like kiss meaning like I have to kiss, like or kiss like on the cheek, or no, making out. Okay, okay, good to know.
That's so fun, like to kind of hear the perspective of you guys on set, or like you got one take for some of these lines, because I mean I already loved it already, like, and I've watched it multiple times, but it just like a little more appreciation, like wow, that's like, I think everybody did great, because if that's kind of how most of the movie went, like
Yeah.
you guys nailed it, like it was so
Yeah,
good.
for real.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like one take and headache together. I was like, I
Yeah.
have to say the line right. It's also
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
language for me. So sometimes it happens that if I speak, I mess up a word or two, because it's a second language. So
Right.
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not like, even if I'm speaking English every day, it's still not the same as speaking my native language. Like
Right.
also the articulation, it's always easier in your language. It's
Well,
just like
yeah.
so it's like when you have to do it in a second one, still there is a little more nervousness, because you never
Yeah.
know. You can just like mess it up a little. So
Sure.
if I had one take, I was like, damn.
Yeah. Sometimes, do you sometimes, like myself, English is my second language. And
Mhm.
so when I'm trying to speak, especially to my kids,
Mhm.
sometimes like it's hard to figure out what the word is in English. So I have to say it in Spanish, and then
Seriously.
they understand that. Do you sometimes have that trouble too? Like where you're like, oh, I want to say this, but what's the wording in English?
Yeah, I think it happens, especially for those things that you actually never used that word before. You don't know the translation, So
Yeah.
there are moments that I'm like, hey, I know the Italian word for this. I never use it in English. Maybe it's like a
Yeah.
technical word or it's something. Even before that, I was like the set design, for example.
Yeah.
Like it's a word that I didn't know like we'll say set design because it's the only one, but like I didn't know what is the translation in English, because I don't know, I never used that word. I never brought
Yeah.
it up and talked about it. So
Yeah.
that's why sometimes, especially in these cases, when there is a word that I do know in Italian, because maybe it's something I used to do there, or a term that I have not used here, or I haven't, and it's like, okay, I know the Italian term or stuff that I studied in school, let's say when I was in high school. Let's say I studied some stuff, that has a specific term. And then I didn't use that anymore. Like it can be math, it can be science, it can be history. Then you want to try to translate and be like, yeah, like in history, this name of this person that I don't know how the name is in English, but even things like that, it's like are the vocabulary that I feel I know um not perfectly, just because like I'm like, when did I use that word the last time? Like 15 years ago in high school, like I don't know
Yeah.
Yeah.
translation.
Yeah. So like my kids, they know I speak Spanglish. Like it's just a mixture of English and Spanish together, and they get the gist of it and they understand. And so yeah, it can become a problem sometimes, and sometimes it's just like you can't do anything about it. You just got to go
Yeah,
with the flow.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I know so English is my first language, but I know sign language. And it also like can translate the other way too, where you're like, I know
Mm.
this word, but I have no idea what it is in the other one.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
the other way around too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no,
English I
exactly.
heard is really hard to learn too, though. Is that true?
Like English.
Yeah.
I feel like the main thing with English that is hard is the phonetic part,
Mm,
because since English is a language that when it comes to like grammar and that is like more simple than other languages that have so many
yeah.
variation of
Right.
everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But phonetics, since English is non-phonetic, it's harder because with all the pronunciation and everything, Italian is easier because once you learn how to pronounce something, any word that you read, you know, you're gonna know how to pronounce it, even if you don't
Yeah.
know the word. But in English,
Mhm.
it's not like that. So it doesn't respect those rules. I know that even for Americans, if they've never heard about a word, they might not know how to say it
Yeah.
Right.
unless they search it because it doesn't respect rules all the time. Like there are
Yeah.
some patterns, but they're like in Italian, the rules are like the phonetic is like it's a phonetic language. So
Yeah.
once you know, you can read everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But in, as I say, in English, no. So
Yeah.
I would say that part is probably the kind of the trickiest part in
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was just talking to somebody in the Discord about that, how like Americans and like the English and stuff, it's like we just had to complicate it. English is my first language and I still mess up all the time too,
Yeah.
or
Me
can't think
too.
of words. I'm like, okay, whatever, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so true. It's so true. We had to pick the hardest one of all of them.
yes.
Yeah.
Um, did you my question too was like, did you know like the popularity of your co-stars like Evan and Hannah and Ben when you went into it?
So I would say not really. I know that many, like most of the time, I know that many of the leads that I work with are kind of popular. So I
Hmm.
kind of assume I don't know how much popular compared to other leads. You know, I know many of
Yeah.
them are kind of popular because they
Yeah.
always do many leads. So I was like, sure. Like I imagine they were popular because also my friends are like, oh yeah, this show I think is gonna do good because the leads seems to be popular. But
Yeah.
also like it's more like I imagine that they are, but I just don't know compared to other people. Like even
Mhm.
now, I don't really like have a way to measure or an idea. Like if I consider people that are like, yeah, the people that do the leads. I don't know, like if you ask me which are the main ones, because I see them, they're always like
Yeah.
many times they're the same people. So that's why
Right.
I kind of like assume they were popular, but at the same time I didn't know like how much popular compared to the other lead that I work with, like in another project, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
You
guys
know,
hang out like a lot? Like, well, either filming or outside of filming. I'm sure when you're filming, you're like super busy. So I don't know if
Um,
you have a lot of time, or do you see them outside of that just after you're shooting with them?
so we really like we don't really like. I had my friend Celine, that she's the one that plays the antagonist, and I knew her before because we have known each other for like I think 2 3 years.
Mm.
So with her, like I mean, I haven't hung out yet, but we did hang out like sometimes once in a
Yeah.
while. But I feel like with the other people, not that much
Mhm.
because at the end of the day, yeah, you shoot and then it's like like
kind
a
of
next shoot. So I didn't
Yeah.
like I had a few people I met during verticals that I also hang out outside,
Mhm.
but not that many because
Okay.
you meet a lot of people, you're on set, then you
Right.
do so it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. Do you guys like is there a lot of time in between scenes where you have to like kind of sit it out and let I don't know the main characters do their thing and then you're kind of hanging back or was it they just brought you in to shoot and go?
Yeah, I didn't have that much like time in between. I would say, yeah,
Mhm.
there always like a little moment that you take rest or a scene that you're on, but like most of the time that I was there, I think I was shooting. Of
Yeah.
course, there always like maybe 1 hour that you're not shooting, but most of the time I was in the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Did you like playing with your friend being the like the mean girls in it? Was that
yeah,
fun to
yeah,
do
yeah.
together?
That was fun. Yeah, yeah,
Do you let's see. I think you had said that you had done like a feature film, right? I
yeah. Yes, I've done like
acting
I think a few.
a few of them, yeah. Do you enjoy like that space? Can you like tell us about a little bit about that and
Yeah, yeah,
doing
yeah.
that?
So I've done like a few feature films, and the first one that I've done, I did it during like in 2023, and it took a while to finish the post production. But
Yeah.
now it's screening two festivals in LA. So like this month, I think, yeah, it was a
Oh,
two
cool.
festivals. So he's in the festival run. That's why it's not people cannot watch it yet because when any film is in the festival run, they can't be published online. Otherwise, the festival will not accept the film anymore. So it's kind
Uh,
of strict with festivals. Like when you send a film to the festivals during the festival run, you can't put it public on
Mm.
YouTube. Let's say if you do that, you get disqualified because of course the festival have to show it. So if it is visible to everybody, it's kind of like you know what I mean. Like it's like first it has to be screened in the festivals, and then when you're done with the festival run, you can
Yeah.
find it for features, like if you can find distribution and
Yeah.
be like screening it on a platform, or you can also share it on YouTube, of course, if you can't
Mhm. Yeah, yeah.
do
Yeah.
anything with it. So yeah, so this one is in festival. So technically, I don't have the footage myself. So I cannot even show it to people because I don't even have myself the
Mm.
actual file that probably
Wow.
hopefully I'm gonna have at the end of the festivals.
Yeah.
Then I've done other two features that are not out yet, and I'm not sure
Mm.
what's
Yeah.
like. Hopefully they're gonna be available, but that's what happens sometimes with like these two films. They're more low budget, so I feel sometimes
Yeah.
the filmmakers, they take a long time. That's the thing that
Mhm.
is different from verticals. When you do a vertical, it's more like, okay, so it's gonna be edited, it's gonna be put on the platform, and it's very
Yeah.
efficient. But
Yeah.
when you work with independent directors or like producer, and you do a film, you never know. It can be a
Right.
film that is edited fast and put it out, or it can take 3 years, and you kind of have to be like, okay, sure, like whatever. I do my film, and then I'll see without obsessing over the outcome.
Mhm.
Because yeah, there are always like some films that you don't know where they're gonna be or when they're gonna be out, and maybe one day you think like, oh no, and then they let you know, it's like, okay, the film is ready and it's screening tomorrow. It's like, oh wow, okay, I thought it was dead. Like I was like, is that movie still like, you know
You're
Yeah.
like, I didn't think
that?
that was
And
gonna
then
happen.
yes, with this one, yes, because yeah, like he's screening two festivals, and it's like we're waiting for more results
Mm.
in for other festivals. So let's see. But yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun because it's about Peter Pan, but based in Los
Oh,
Angeles nowadays. So it's a fun story.
yeah.
And yeah, so I actually, yeah. Hopefully, like at a certain point, I'm gonna have this file, and I hope it's gonna then be available to the public so people can watch it.
Yeah. Who
And
did you play
that
in that movie? Who
so
did
I'm
you
playing a character that is named Sophia. She's not like a character in the original Peter. Like it's not exactly like Peter Pan. It's way more like it's not just taking Peter Pan and put it in the present. Like the
Yeah.
two
Yeah.
main character, yes, but they made all a story around. So there is my character that is like yeah, like one of the character of the story, but it's not like someone that is connected to the original story. So it's a new
Okay.
character, and also the director, he kind of made this character for me because he wanted actually in the beginning to cast me as the main person, but the lead, she has to be someone LA native for the story. So he said, unfortunately, with the
Mhm.
accent. We can't, not because I don't like your accent, it's nothing personal, but it's just that the character has to be an LA native. So I can't change that because it's part of the story. So I
Mhm.
really appreciated that. In the very beginning, he gave me like a smaller character that was just like a receptionist, and then he decided to kind of create this character for me to give me like a
Oh,
bigger,
cool.
like a better
Ah,
character. So it's like
yeah.
a still, it's not like, of course, it was not the main one; it's a supporting character, but like nice, with
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of made this character for me to kind of make me fit. So
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
I
cool.
appreciate it because it means, it wanted me in the film. So that was nice.
Which is good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah, that was the first. And then I've done one that, yeah, I'm still waiting for that to come out. And that one it was a nice shoot. It's called The Wildolinis, and it's with there is the actor Nicolas Torturo. That is the one in NYPD Blue. I think he's done a lot of
Mm.
those. And he
Oh,
also, I think
Yeah.
he got nominated for an Emmy. So it's a good, like, he's done some
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah.
And then there is also Daniel Baldwin, that is the brother of Alec Baldwin, one
Yes,
of the
Alex.
four
Yeah.
brothers. So I've
Yep.
done that one, and I
Oh,
shot it, and
cool.
it's still not out. So we'll see when it's out, but I'm
Yeah.
waiting.
Yeah.
And then I've done I've done like 3 feature this year. They're more like kind of experimental, like avant-garde films. So they're very particular because they're kind of surreal. So they're not traditional, like the traditional film,
Mm.
like shot as you can imagine, but they're more about like sounds and kind of like a horror. So I would say they're like an avant-garde genre, like a cult movie. So of course
Yeah.
there are some people that love the genre, some people that don't understand the genre, maybe don't love it. So that's why one of mine is streaming now on Tubi, is distributed. And I told people, guys, you have to like this genre because it's particular. So maybe you don't even know what the plot is about, but it's made that way, and they always get distribution with this company. So I had a very good experience in working with them. They seem like professional and everything. But yeah, the film is very particular, so you have to like this type of movie. But it was a good experience to shoot, and I shot 3 with them. So one is out on Fosum and Tubi, and the other ones are in post production.
Awesome.
That's exciting. What's the best way to keep up with what you have going on and what's going to come out? Are you active on that on your social media, or is there like a website, or what would you recommend?
So yeah, I would say my social media, I
Okay.
post I use my social media not like exclusively for work, meaning of course I also post myself or what I do, but it's more oriented toward my job. So I tend to kind of post updates about my acting, my project, and then I have my IMDb that has, let's say, most of the credits I have. If you check the verticals, they're not all on my IMDb because sometimes they add you, sometimes you have to add yourself depending. So you kind of have to keep up, and there are some that they're not out yet. So of course, I would say if you go on my IMDb, you see maybe like 10 credits, and I've done like over 30. So it's like, of course, IMDb doesn't always show all the work you do, but I would say it's a good way still. I feel IMDb in the industry is the best way to actually like check what someone does, because the website for actors is not, some actors have a website, but it's not something industry standard to have, so I feel like some actors have a website, some actors don't. It's not like a requirement. So IMDb, I would say IMDb is a good way to check, because people have their credit listed, they have their info listed, so you can see the IMDb and have an idea. Always considering maybe there are some credits that are not there yet, or but like, let's say most credits, they are gonna be on it. So
yeah. Fun. Well, it's exciting to have you on. I think you're awesome, and you're doing such a great job, and we are so thankful you came and talked about it. If you guys don't know, she was in Kiss by Claw and Fang with Evan and Hannah and Ben, and she had the lucky enough to be able to be in that one awesome scene with Evan. So
I got a lot of
made
messages
so
about
many
that
people
scene.
jealous.
so many.
Apparently, I was like, I got messages. People messaged me. I was surprised because I was like, oh wow, that this
I'm
scene
sure.
is very, people remember the scene. So
well, you're just like, I'm just at work. It's just another day at work. I
yeah,
don't know
I'm
what you're
just
talking
kissing
about.
someone, guys. Like it's and everybody was like, oh my god, so you had the kiss and everything. And I was kind of like, okay, yeah, sure.
You're like, it doesn't matter. It's just another Tuesday.
But yeah, like it was very like a very fun experience, like to be in that show. And now I saw on Reelshort that are renewing the show for the second season. I haven't gotten updates yet, but I saw that one like 2 days ago. So I hope I'm gonna be in it. I need to be in it because what my character does next, I'm getting the end.
Let's hope they bring her
like,
back for sure.
So let's see what happens. I don't know either, but of course it just happened at after the monthly voting that one won. It was very predictable because it was #1 for the whole month. But of course,
the whole time.
I guess it takes a little bit to organize the whole production and get the actors and everything. So hopefully I'm gonna have updates soon. Finger crossed that I have a good part.
We gotta manifest that out to the universe. Like,
hurry
up and
start.
get it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. We just love you. You're amazing.
Thank you so much.
Come back anytime.
All right.
All
for
right.
the second season.
Have a good day.
Of course.
Bye.
All right, guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.